Anna was a little girl who loved walking in the park with her grandmother. The park was full of trees, birds, and benches where old people sat and fed the pigeons. One afternoon, as the two of them strolled along the path, Anna suddenly stopped. "Grandma, look," she said, pointing with excitement. Across the path stood a small shop. Its windows were tall, and behind the glass stood the most beautiful dolls Anna had ever seen. They were not ordinary dolls. These were large, almost the size of real children. Their dresses sparkled like silk, their glassy eyes seemed alive, and their painted lips looked ready to whisper secrets. "Let's go inside," Anna begged. "Please, Grandma. I want one of those dolls." Her grandmother squinted. "What shop?" she asked. Anna frowned. "Right there. Don't you see it?" But her grandmother shook her head. "Anna, there's nothing there. Are you feeling all right?" She pressed her hand against the child's forehead, worried she might be ill. Grandma hurried Anna back home, fearing she might have caught a fever. But when she checked her, Anna was perfectly healthy. The next day, Anna went outside to play in the courtyard. She was skipping with a rope when she froze. Right in the middle of the yard stood the same strange shop, with the same shining dolls behind the glass. Her heart pounded with joy. She dropped the rope and ran upstairs. "Mama, Mama," she cried. "The doll shop is here. Come, please. Buy me one." Her mother sighed and followed her downstairs. But when they reached the courtyard, the shop had vanished. The yard looked normal again. The swings creaked in the wind, the laundry hung on the lines, but there was no shop. "Anna," her mother said firmly, "you must stop imagining things. There is no doll shop." "But I saw it," Anna whispered. Her mother only shook her head and went back inside. That night, Anna was woken by something strange. The room was bright, as if the sun were shining. She rubbed her eyes and looked around. The light wasn't coming from her lamp. It was coming from the window. Except it wasn't a window anymore. Instead, it had turned into a tall glass door. And behind the door, glowing like a lantern in the dark, was the doll shop. Anna's breath caught in her throat. She felt both afraid and excited. She grabbed her little piggy bank from the shelf. Inside were all the coins she had saved. She didn't want the shop to disappear again. Carefully, she opened the glowing door and stepped inside. The shop smelled strange, like old dust mixed with something sweet and rotten. The dolls stood in rows on high shelves. Their eyes followed her, or at least it felt that way. From the shadows at the back, a voice spoke. "Do you want a doll?" Anna spun around. Behind the counter stood a man. At least, he looked like a man at first. He was tall, dressed in black, with a pale face and strange, glittering eyes. But something about him was wrong. His long fingers were too thin, too sharp, almost like the legs of a spider. And when he smiled, his teeth seemed too many. Anna felt her skin prickle, but her eyes were drawn to the shelves. The dolls were more beautiful up close, so real she thought they might start breathing. One doll in particular caught her gaze. She wore a white dress trimmed with lace, and her dark curls framed a porcelain face so perfect it seemed alive. "I want that one," Anna whispered, pointing. The man reached up with his long, claw-like fingers and placed the doll beside her. The doll's glassy eyes seemed to flicker, almost as if she blinked. Anna clutched her piggy bank. "But I don't think I have enough money." The man's smile widened. He stretched out his hand, long and spindly, and pointed to the piggy bank. Anna hesitated. Then, slowly, she gave it to him. He took it without a word. Can I take her?" Anna asked, her voice trembling. The man nodded once. Relieved, Anna picked up the doll. She hurried toward the glowing doorway before the man could change his mind. The shop faded around her, and suddenly she was back in her own room. For a moment, she was happy. She hugged the doll tightly. But then, the doll moved. Its eyes snapped open. Before Anna could scream, the doll's porcelain hands shot up and wrapped around her throat. The grip was strong, impossibly strong. Anna clawed at the doll's arms, trying to pull them away, but the doll only squeezed tighter. Its painted smile stretched wider as Anna gasped for air. Her vision blurred. Her body grew weak. And then, darkness. When Anna opened her eyes again, she couldn't move. She tried to raise her arms, to scream, but nothing happened. Because she wasn't Anna anymore. She was a doll. She could see the shelves around her, lined with other dolls. She could see the glass window of the shop. And she could see the spider-like man arranging the shelves. She wanted to cry, but dolls don't cry. She wanted to scream, But dolls have no voice. She could only stand there, frozen, waiting until someone else entered the shop, waiting until someone chose her, took her home, and hugged her close. Then she would open her eyes, and she would squeeze their throat until their life became hers. And when the Spider-Man returned, he would place her back on the shelf. The doll shop wasn't always there. It appeared when it wanted, glowing in the night, calling children to its window. And each time, a new doll joined the shelves. And the dolls waited. Because the dolls weren't dolls at all. They were children, trapped forever, waiting for their turn to live again, just long enough to kill.